Hello, today I have a deck profile for Dogmatika Invoked Shaddoll. So let's get into it. It's a very fun deck and it's new and I'm still learning it, so bear with me. So we start off 3 Ecclesia, 2 Fleur-de-Lis, and 2 Maximus for the Dogmatika monsters. Ecclesia, if there's a monster summon from the extra deck on the field, special summons itself from hand, and it is Strato, so it searches any Dogmatika card. Fleur-de-Lis, it's a attack buff, and it special summons itself from hand. And then we got Maximus. Maximus special summons itself from hand if you banish a extra deck monster from your graveyard. And then once returned, each player sends 2 monsters from their extra deck to the graveyard. So it lets you trigger your effects, and it hurts your opponent's cards. And then on to 3 Alistair. And Alistair the Invoker, not much to say about him. He's one of the most powerful normal summons currently in the game. And he goes into all of your plays. All of your invoked plays and all that. Now we go on to hand traps. We have 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Ash Blossom, and 2 Ghost Ogre. These are the currently most played hand traps in the game. Ogre stops Numeron Network, Veiler, and Ash stop a wide array of monster and search effects. They are very useful in the game, very powerful, and stop a lot. And then our last monster is 1 Artifact Scythe. Scythe is being played because Scythe, you're not really playing too much in your extra deck. Scythe is a very powerful card, and you're already doing anti-extra deck, so might as well just go all in. Now we go on to spells. You got 3 Nadir Servant. This lets you dump any monster from your extra deck to the grave. Search a Dogmatika monster whose attack is equal to or lower than the monster you sent, but it locks you out of the extra deck for the turn. Not really a big deal because you can activate it after your plays, so no real issue there. 3 Magical Meltdown with a Terraforming. Meltdown searches Alistair, enough said. And 2 Invocation. Invocation, it's your fusion spell for Invoked. Lets you go into Makaba and Purgatrio. So, not a whole lot more to say about that one either. We're playing last spell, 3 Droplet. Droplet stops everything. Droplet is an awesome card. You activate Terraforming, opponent activates their Savage Dragon. You chain Droplet, send the Terraforming, you get their Savage Dragon. You haven't really lost out anything. You baited in the gate, and still got your Terraforming. Same works for the Dear Servant, all that. Being a quick play really broke the card. Now we've got traps, a lot of traps. Dogmatika Punishment, Shaddoll Schism, 3 Sanctum, 3 Imperm, and 3 Judgment. So, Sanctum, bring out Scythe, lock out the extra deck. It's also there as a bait in case they pop it. Solemn Judgment, stop board wipes, stop opponent's plays. Imperm, hand trap. Schism is part of the combo. It lets you drop Shaddoll Winda on the opponent's turn, which can severely cripple their turn or just end it outright. Punishment is a free pop to stop your opponent's plays, and is very, very, very effective. Usually play it last in the turn after Schism. So, now on to the combo. For the combo, all you need, really, is a Nadir Servant. So, oh, actually, for the combo, forgot, extra deck. Let's see. Okay, we're good. Only 2 Link monsters is Alma Rush and Secure Gardener. Oh, it's only for Alistair. It's the only reason you play these 2. Gets you into Purgatrio and Makaba. That's all that matters. Now we play 1 Synchro. Omega, you're dumping cards from your extra deck to the graveyard. Lets you go into stuff. Omega lets you recycle those cards from the extra deck. That way you can continue bringing your opponent's resources, or you can put stuff that they want in their graveyard back into the deck, or you can just recycle your stuff. 3, Elder Entity Ntis. When it's sent to the graveyard, actually, it pops a card. So you're dumping your cards to dump your opponent's cards. You end up popping some of theirs along the way. Win-win. 2, Skull Knight. Very similar to Ntis, but it's a ignition effect, not a trigger. So you can dump it and use it later if you need to. Very powerful. Titaniclad, you dump it and it lets you search Dogmatika stuff. That's all that really matters. But it has a delay trigger for end of the turn. And then we get into 2 Makaba, a Purgatrio, and an Elysium. Makaba, it's a free negate. Basically discard a card of the same card type your opponent has. Activate, negate and banish it. Purgatrio lets you attack all opponent's monsters once each. Pierces and it gains attack based on the number of cards your opponent controls times 200. Invoked Elysium, if you get it out against the full board, you can wipe their monsters pretty easily. Just because that's what it does. And the Shaddolls, we have a Winda, we have an Apocalone to search the Schism, and the Construct to get the Schism back. That is all they are used for. So, combo. You can do other things like normal summon Alistair, go into Makaba, then do it. But that's just a standard invoked play. So you go into your servant. You dump out the window the Apocalone to the graveyard. This resolves. You get Ecclesia. 1500. It's at 25. You're good to go. Apocalone triggers. Searches you. Schism. But then it requires you to discard one, so you discard Schism. Pretty straightforward. Normal summon Ecclesia. Effect trigger. Search. Where is it? Maximus. Activate Maximus by banishing the Apocalone. Special summon itself. Activate the effect. You will dump Titaniclad and Construct to the grave. Makes your opponent dump 2 also. Construct will trigger, adding Schism back. And Titaniclad will trigger an end phase, searching you another one. Searches you. It lets you add to your hand a special summon in the form of Albaz or any Dogmatika monster from your deck. So that will let you get Fleur de Lis out during the end phase. Cool. You get an extra monster. And then you set Schism. Oops. Sorry about that. So, opponent's turn, they go something, say Instant Fusion, flip Schism, banishing the Titaniclad and the Construct. And that lets you bring out Winda. Simple as that. Very simple combo. 1 card combo, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you go +4 off that combo, and your opponent can't special summon that turn. Rest of the turn if they do something like that. If you bait special summon out, activate effect, special, flip that, drop Winda, they're locked out. So there you have it. Basic combo. You have all your Alistair plays. You have 4 other cards in your hand, so you probably have more interruptions than just that. Pretty good effects. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time.